Death on a farm is usually expected. A chicken over here, a chick over there. Once in a while you get a goat's kid dying. Once in a while, we get a few animals dying, and it's sad. It gets us sad, really, really sad. The thing that we usually don't expect is one of those really rare animals to die. Guys, my goose died. I woke up and I was told one of my geese had died. Oh my god, guys, I was so devastated. You see these are tubs. These are bathtubs that are unused bathtubs. They haven't been used for quite some time. They're probably just wasted over here. They have just been thrown away. And we had chosen to use them for the geese on the farm. And over there, I don't know if you guys can see, we had dug up a hole where we're going to place these bathtubs. Well, I shan't use past tense. We are actually going to place these bathtubs. And the whole idea is that we want to create a swimming place for the geese. So we shall be pouring water in here, create a drainage so that we can drain the water out. And then the geese get to play from here, and they play around, because geese love water. Water is a thing for geese. So I feel really, really sad that, one of my geese, my very precious geese, one of my female geese never got to enjoy this. He never got to see this. He never got to experience this. I had so many plans for it. Guys, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. So this is the story of the geese on our farm. Sometime back, it should have been around October last year, I got interest in keeping geese on the farm. So I decided, I went to a very nearby farm, about 2 young geese, a male and a female, a goose and a gander. And I decided to keep them on the farm so that, they pick up weight. At that time, they should have been around 1 month old or 1.5 months old. They were still really, really small geese. They hadn't put on the, the adult feathers that they have. They still had the little small, tiny, fluffy feathers. They were very light. So I pick them, take them to my farm. And then after keeping them on my farm for a little time, I noticed that, these geese might not grow up very well here. I have an uncle of mine who has an awesome farm. Really, really awesome farm. It has fish ponds, it has chickens, turkeys, ducks. So I decided, let me take my geese here. They'll enjoy it being on the water and everything. And sure, they enjoyed it. They started picking up weight. They started becoming really, really big. They started growing and getting bigger. And then a few months ago, I moved onto this farm. And when I came on this farm, I found something really interesting. There were 2 geese on the farm, 2 female geese. Adult geese. The geese are actually bigger than my geese. And one of the geese had actually been incubating eggs. But it incubated the eggs for so long and the eggs didn't hatch, it abandoned the egg. The eggs eventually got eaten by the dogs. But the reason the eggs didn't hatch is because there was no gander on the farm. The eggs didn't hatch because they were not fertilized. So the eggs, were all a waste of time. So I thought to myself, hey Daniel, wise idea. You have geese on the other farm and there's really no one taking care of them well. They don't really need any care, but you never get to see them. You take a long time without seeing them. I know the advantage is that there is water there. Over here, you could sort the water problem. Like I've told you guys, we could put a few of the bathtubs, then, put water in there and they get to play. I was thinking, how about I bring my 2 geese over here? Guys, what's a goose and a gander called if they are together? I don't know what to call them, but I think it's geese. So how about I bring my 2 geese over here? One of them is a gander, the other one is a female goose. Then my gander will be able to fertilize the eggs for the 3 geese now. Over time, we shall be able to reproduce and we get more and more geese. It seemed like a very logical thing for me. And then, as you guys know, we fenced in the place in order to keep the local chickens in here, and then the geese and the guinea fowls that are coming, that are being incubated. So I was thinking, this is a very, very nice idea. They won't be roaming around. Geese rarely get sick, so we're not going to be bringing in, diseases from outside and things like that. I said, very nice idea. So I decided to do that. And so after I brought the geese in and I had put them inside, I figured, a quick way of getting them feed is simply making a trough. So guys, I made a quick trough like this. You guys can see it. And inside there is feed. It's simply maize grain, and then they eat on the grass, which is on the inside of here. So I thought, this will serve. They keep eating this maize grain, which is actually not a bad idea. They love the maize grain, and that's not a problem. And then I was using a basin. This is a pink basin that I was using to put the water in. And I know this is not a bad idea too, because I've been watching it on YouTube. There's someone I love on YouTube Gold Shore Farm. You guys can check him out. And he keeps geese and he pours the water in a basin. So what I'll do is that I'll just pour the water twice a day inside this basin, and then in the morning, and then after some time, like probably at 1, 2, I can pour the water that has been there, pour in more water, so that they drink the water. Some of them, they occasionally play in the water, get inside the water. So it's like, oh, this is cool, very good idea, we shall go on with this. So I don't think it was a problem, honestly. Up to now, I don't think it was a problem. And then unfortunately, I woke up to the death of one of my geese, guys. The female one, the goose, it has died, guys. It has died. It's hard to understand what caused its death. I won't really show any video clips of it because I know it really makes me sad, and you guys might not like to see it. I'll probably put a very short clip, but it died just next to the water, just next to the water point. Just found it, head down, lying down, and then it's so sad because the male goose, the one that had been its pair, is really sad. It's actually the brother. It's really sad. They are just keeping around her, and it's screaming, it's crying, and it's probably thinking maybe it will get up, maybe it's just resting or something like that. When you come close to it, it shows some form of aggression because it doesn't want you to come close, to the friend who should. I don't know if the male goose can tell that this one is dead, that they have passed on, but they're certainly sad. It's very obvious, and they are distressed. You can see it right on their face, and it's passed very terrible vibes onto me. So I don't know what caused the death. It could be that because the other two female geese on the farm are really big, they are way bigger than these ones, despite the fact that these are probably 6 months old. 6 months, yeah, maybe 6 or 7 months old. The other ones are still bigger, and because they're older. So I don't know if it's because of one water point that they were fighting over, because the one thing I noticed is that the female goose wasn't a goose that gets scared, so it wasn't afraid of coming closer to these geese, unlike the male, which was a bit more cautious, and it keeps its distance. This one would come closer. So I don't know if it was beaten to death, but I doubt that would be possible. It would take off because I spent some time looking at them, and I would see them run away when these other geese approach. So I don't know, I really don't know what happened. It died just next to the water point. The other thing could be that probably got bitten by a snake, because this place has lots and lots of grass, but this place doesn't really have many poisonous snakes. I know that most of the snakes that be in these places are green snakes, so I really doubt that too. It's got me really sad. So for now what I'm going to do is bury her. I'm just going to dig a small pit somewhere, bury her, and then hope that my male goose will get over the whole somberness and crying, and move on, and probably bond with the two remaining ladies, the ones that have always been on the farm over here. I'm hoping for the very best, guys. I know it's a really sad story, but yeah, we hope for the best, and hopefully those will be able to grow the population over here and we expand. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Lots of love. Bye bye.